Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Plays the Brawler, where I have arrived back in Oregon, where I am traveling with the Rangers heading south. And apparently, they've told me that Fusi Gem Cutter over here is in need of our aid.
Who are you? You are no ranger.
I can see that. This is an outrage. I tell you, when dwarves cannot take the road north from the White Mountains without fear of harassment. There we were, my father and I, when out of behind one of the large stones you see scattered everywhere in these lands jumps the largest Uruk you've never ever seen. He beat his chest and his gloved hand shouted the name of his clan. I will never forget it. Then knocked out my father, Funi, and dragged him off. Alright, then where did these Sharkanoths go? Sharkanoth? No. The name he shouted was Ninkoth. In all the confusion, I can't remember what direction he went, but if you can find the site of the attack, which was to the east of here, you may see some tracks or something. Alright, fine. I will look for your father and see what I can do for him. And give those Uruks a bit of a what for, right? Oh my, this isn't a good sign. Is that blood? And a backpack. In the confusion of tracks surrounding the fallen pack, it lead off to the east. Says he dropped the sack, could hear we nabbed him. Should be around here. Alright. Well, we will try to nab you. Or what do you say about that? Well, at least I knocked out the one that... Oopsie daisy. Maybe that was poor timing to start a pummel, right? The dwarf works for us now! That's what you think. Well, now, let's go and look to find out where they took the dwarf. This seems to be where the tracks are bringing me, but looks like this man arrived first.
You pursue the Uruks. Your trail ends here, I am afraid.
The ruins of Minas Tirith that you see atop the cliff here are crawling with Uruks, and with worse besides. Still, you intend to go inside the ruins? You are brave, my friend. If I cannot dissuade you, I at least will tell you what I have learned of this place. I will not myself journey there again, not for any sum. There are strange dealings going on inside Minas Tirith and its cursed cellars, and I have seen enough to last me. Ooh.
This was the site of a terrible battle, long ago.
The elves at Green Grizz will not tell me much of these ruins, but they told me enough to whet my curiosity. That this was the site of a battle long ago, and none of the people who lived here were spared the sword. But the goal of the enemy was not treasure, but the coffers were left untouched. Untouched. But there is something strange about the rooms and corridors of Minas Tirith and the cellars of Dullatham, which ran beneath it. See you things, sometimes disturbing things. It is said as if the horrors that fell upon the place scarred it with some way that the stones have not forgotten. It would be a brave one, indeed, to explore this place from top to bottom. I don't think I'm going to go top to bottom, just enough to find the dwarf. Some rooms of Minas Tirith can only be reached by stairs within Dolothab, and the opposite seems to be so. I do not know why the Nikolthuriks have come this way, but I feel it must be as bewildering to them as it is to me. Whatever they are keeping this dwarf for, whom you are looking, it will not be easy to find. Alright, well, I guess we need to head on inside. So far I haven't seen any Uruks, but you never know what happens. Well, bloodstains. That's never a good sign. Will this lead us to Gem Cutter? Well, that's a good question. I guess we'll just have to go and find... Oh, well, I've seen the Uruks now. Hello! Let's get started and rumble. Yeah. There you go. Now, let's see if we can find Gem Cutter. All we have to do is rile a couple of these Uruks. And find out where the bloodstains lead, I guess. Hey! There you go. Yep, more bloodstains. And just plow through them. Oh, they go downstairs. Alright, fine. Downstairs. Alright. Go. Boom, boom, boom. All the way around here. Nobody has enough blood left in him. Ah, here he is. Hello?
Bewildering, a friendly face.
I had all but given up hope of rescue, but here you appear as if from nowhere. Hurry! There isn't much time. Oh, what's wrong?
These Uruks are as miserable a creature as any I have seen.
The Nicot Uruks kept me alive for a purpose, friend. They've been bringing gold and trinkets to me from throughout the cellars of this place with the idea that I could somehow fashion them into items of worth, which of course I can, but I would never do it for these creatures. I can't bear the thought of these treasures being left here for the Nicot. Explore these ruins, gather up the treasure, and bring it back to me. I would not mind a bit if you took some time to slay a few orcs either. Oh, and you may want to make a map. Okay, so therefore I need to kill 8 berserkers. I've already killed 3, but they don't count, of course. 6 despoilers, and find treasure coffers. And it's usually the treasure coffers that are the tough bit in there. At least that's been my experience in this place. And there you go. Now they changed this thing. A quick strike to be to your advisors. Targeted must be greater than 80% of their maximum health, because my initial shot on there is not knocking them below 80%, looks like. Is that due to the level, or... Ah, that time it was too low. Alright. Oh. Alright, now let's go and find all these passages that go in and out, all around, and eventually maybe I will find a proper location. Alright, well, actually... Well, let's take care of this spoilers, then we'll come back for the door. Hello! Okay. I thought I... Actually, it looks like I did mistime it. Oh well! Let's go inside. I think I may have found the first of the coffers. That was pretty quick. I can't remember where they're all at. As I said, it's been a while since I've done this quest. But I suppose I will eventually find them all if I am thorough. Well, okay. I better not say thorough enough, because there is a title in this place called The Thorough, which you get for exploring every single location in this place, and I'm hoping it does not come to that. Right, there is number 1 right over there. Now let's head on our way and start finding the others. Hello, Mr. Berserker. And your turn to go. Hey, anyone else to fight up ahead? I need 7 more of you guys. How about this away? Oh, this is where we start to run into the bugs. Well, let's see how these are. Moria escapee. And kick. Apparently we also have lizards down here. We have lizards, we have bugs, and we have Uruks. Quite a collection. Let's see. Skittering stone lizards. Alright, fine. They're weak stone lizards, it feels like. Ooh, what's in here? This is the... You have found the illuminated bend in... Oh, I have also found another one of these. Oh, did I actually stop it from doing its nasty bit? Alright, treasure coffer, number 2. And it appears that we have some salamanders also to worry about. Rumming's stock. Ah, Rumming again. He does love salamanders, doesn't he? Probably the only one who does. There are a lot of despoilers all over the place. It looks like the only place you run to a large number of berserkers is right around the area where you get the quest, and that you have to go through the berserkers in order to be able to... You have found the rubble-filled room. Alright, perhaps it is possible to bypass the berserkers and go another way or whatever, but I always feel like I'm winding up going that way because that's the direction the bloodstains lead you, and they lead you right through the berserkers. So you wind up killing the highest concentration of berserkers in the entire dungeon before you sit on a quest where you need to find more berserkers than anything else. That's really, really cruel. That's all I gotta say about that. And here we have a fourth in the illuminated room. There you go. Actually, I just right-hand ruled the section that I entered in there. It looks like that I managed to get all 4 of them without having to worry about going through any doors after that first one. Well, now I just had to get out and find a nice location where there are, I was going to say 3 more berserkers, but I know exactly where I could find 3 more berserkers. There are going to be 3 more berserkers right around the entrance. So I just need to leave this area and head back. I just need to double back and get to the hall. But I'm going to have to go through several Uruks. And turn around under there. No berserkers though. Well, at least not yet. But when I get closer to that garden, I should be able to find a few, right? Southeast corner in Minas Elendur. Ah, I wandered back to the garden. Good, that means I should be able to find some berserkers down this way, right? Yeah, a nice trio right over here. They just love hanging out this place. I think I have missed that interrupt every single time I've been doing this quest. Every time I attempt to do it, I seem to interrupt them after they put the mark on me. That time I finally did it right. Wow. And finally, oh, actually that was the spoiler, not a berserker, but this is a berserker. We've got berserkers here. That's the whole thing about the matter. I just need one more, and there is one right over there. Hello! We're just finishing things up here. And now I could return to the dwarf, who is right over there. So I do have to find an open area. I found the coffers for you.
Excellent, excellent. We will bring these treasures out into the sunlight.
Let us go, Pine Punch. I will meet you back at, what was that name? Hekadaregian? Tell my son I am on the way. All right, I shall meet you there. I've returned from saving your father.
My father is back. He spoke well of your performance within the ruins.
I think the Rangers took my father with them to make something, but what it is, I have no idea. These Rangers Radinier might be able to tell you more. Alright, so apparently the Rangers need something made by a dwarf who's a jeweler. Interesting.
A skilled jewel crafter has crossed our path, and Halbarad has devised a curious plan for him. He wants imitations made of the ring of Barahir borne by Aragorn for each Dunedain in our company.
That's a tricky thing to do. So he wants to make some counterfeit rings of Balahir. Funi Gem Cutter has been working hard within, melting gold with which to fashion quality imitations of the ring borne by Aragorn, our chieftain. Condath, learned in lore as he is, described the ring to Funi, and the dwarf has pledged that his repercussions will deceive all but the most studious observers. Assuming, of course, that Condath is able to give a good description. Oh, what's this? Oi, you there! The work goes well, Pine Punch. Already some of the rings have been made, and they are identical to the description with which my father was provided. But the gold is running low. Very little gold is needed for each ring, of course, but my father can use only small quantities of the material when it is melted, or imperfections will arise. Bring more coffers of gold to me with which we could get stored. Or get started. Alright, so let's get more gold in here. So apparently, not the highest in quality of gold. Probably he has to go and get it to the right mixture so that it could be of the proper values for it. Okay. Well, what do you think? Where is Condath? Oh yes, just to the right. The ring making is going well? Good. I gave the jewelsmith a description of the ring of Barahir as I remembered it. And if he has the skill he claims to have, his imitations should be suitable. Elro here wanted me to send you to him. If you had a moment, he is contemplating our plans beneath the tree of the courtyard to the north of here. If you would speak with him or find Elro here to the north, and that would be through this door right over here. Yep, he is contemplating things beneath the tree. The crafting of the ring sought by Halbrand goes well? Good. If these preparations give the enemy even the slightest pause, the time they take will be counted 5 to 7 times in value. Before we left Imladris, my father gave to the messages for Aragorn, confident that he would understand them. But I too understand their meaning, and that understanding fills me with worry. He bade me to remind Aragorn of the words of Malbeth and of the paths of the dead. I'll tell you. Suddenly he breaks silence. What is going on? Someone's in trouble. Uh-oh. Oh, this way. Oh, good thing I'm following him, because otherwise I might have turned in the wrong way. Well then, how about head right this way? What's the trouble? Uh-oh. What's wrong? Pine Punch, a party of warring Uruks has climbed the path to this place, and I have seen others in the distance. It will not be long before they arrived. Alright, fine. Quickly! Help Golidir. Alright, let's go and help Golidir. Oh, yeah, Uruks. From the Kufthak. Oh, that's the Ninkoth leader. Alright, so Ninkoth. Okay. Despair not! Alright, okay, we won't despair. I have told you once already, you will not leave this place alive! Ah, good joke! You two, teach them of the dangers of boasting to Kufthat of the Ninkoth. Oh, these two. He was pointing like he was pointing at the others. With pleasure. Yeah, we'll see what we can do with Boom. And now for you. Well, what do you say about that? Is that the best you can manage? You impudent! I thought I smelled the smell of man flesh here. So good, what are you doing here? The Ninkoth have this in hand. That is not what I see. Show these weaklings your bare teeth, my Kamglok. Okay, so apparently we've got a couple of clans here who have a difference of opinion on who's better. Boom, 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 boom. What do you say about that? Now, my Ninkoths, attack! You will be the ones to slay these foes. I seem to get that wrong every single time. Alright, well. Someday I'll get the timing right. Boom, 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 boom. Together we can slay them, Kuthak. We must put aside our differences today. You're right, Sharkhood. What can you hope to do? You'll be the first to die. Well, we'll see what these see. And the entire great company comes. Hey, I might have been able to handle these just with Golidir. Oh well. Let's just give it. Yeah. What do you say now? Right. Let that be a lesson to you. Together, the strength of the Dunedain cannot be overcome. Right. With a little help of a brawler on the side. But we have managed to clear out this rabble, rescue a jeweler, and help them make some imitation rings. But we'll see what else we find of interest in the next episode of Piney Plays the Brawler.